Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Sorry for the lack of uploads recently. I just really haven't had the time, but now I'm back and hope to start uploading more frequently. With that being said, in today's video, we will be replacing the screen on this iPhone 6 Plus. This iPhone screen isn't cracked, but has backlight but doesn't display anything, so I will begin the repair by taking out the two bottom pentalobe screws and setting them aside. Next, I will insert a thin metal pry tool in between the screen and housing to pop up the screen. Now that the screen is popped up, I will then proceed to take off the battery and dock connector shield so I can then disconnect the battery. With the battery disconnected, I can now safely take off the screen connector shield and disconnect the screen. You can see that this iPhone has been worked on before, as two screws from the shield are missing. Now that it's off, we can now disconnect all four of the screen cables. Now that the screen is off, I will begin by taking off the earpiece and front camera flex cable bracket. With that removed, the earpiece and front camera flex cable can now come off. With those removed, I will then proceed to remove the metal backplate. Before the backplate can be fully removed, the home button plate must be removed first. With that off, the home button can be disconnected and carefully removed from the screen assembly. Before fully taking off the backplate, the home button connector must be carefully pulled up from the screen assembly, which is just held down with a little bit of adhesive. Now with all the parts removed, I can begin to assemble the new screen. First, I will install the earpiece and front camera flex cable. With that done, I will reinstall the bracket and its three screws. Next up is the metal backplate. First, I will remove the red film and then align the backplate properly and install all of its screws that secure it to the screen assembly. With the backplate finally installed, I can now install the home button. It's very important to be gentle while handling it, as if it gets damaged, Touch ID will be forever gone unless you take it to Apple and pay their overpriced repair fees to get a new button paired. Now it's time to connect up the screen for a quick test. I do this because if there are any issues, it's much easier to deal with them rather than having to reopen the phone and unscrew all the shields again. Reconnecting the battery and holding the power button, the Apple logo appears and the no image issue was just a dead screen after all. Trying out the digitizer, you can see it works perfectly and this iPhone has no touch disease. It is now time to power off the iPhone again so we can reinstall all the shields. Before sealing up the iPhone, I will use a microfiber cloth to wipe down the insides to remove any fingerprints or dust left behind. With that done, I will power up the iPhone and finally clamp the screen back into place. With the screen now in place, I can now install the two bottom pentalobe screws, and we are done. Taking a look around the iPhone, you can see that the screen is sitting flush. Thanks for watching.